There's a story about this young, beautiful female angel standing on a cliff getting ready to make her first launch into the heavenlies. And she looks at the mothering angel beside her and says, "But what if I can't fly?" And the mothering angel looks at her and says, "But what if you can?" I have seen so many people that get to the end of their life and they have regret because they never tried. I have a beautiful lady by the name of Carolyn Hill who has been writing a book about healing with handkerchiefs. It's been on the press for a while, but she's never really launched it. I saw her husband Michael the other day and I said, "How's that book coming?" And he said, "Well, she hasn't ever done anything with it." I said, "I want to encourage you. There's a great need for that book. So don't let fear intimidate her and get it done." Well, I'm pretty sure she's going to get it done. And I'll let you know when she does, because I'm thinking it's going to be a bestseller. We think in our mind, when we get ready to do something, what if I fail? What if people ridicule me? What if I get rejected? What if I can't really do it? You'll never know until you go all the way to the end. Some people get started, never finish. Some people don't ever get started, but the key is you need to get started and get finished with something. We have dreams in our heart about doing things. Like one guy said, I can't believe you're in the ministry. I knew how you used to be. I said, "Well, I knew how I used to be too." He said, "I was going to be in the ministry one time. God called me. And when I was very young, but I didn't do it." He said, "I was afraid." I said, "I used to be afraid, and I didn't want to get in front of a camera and do television because I was so shy." Well, guess what? It was the most watched show on Lamb Broadcasting that I understand that they ever had. And little did I know that little small beginnings began to be big things. Like even starting TikTok. I had no clue that TikTok would ever have anything more than what I do on Facebook, maybe 10, 20 views or something like that, or likes. And I've got several that have already reached 600, 700,000 views. And I'm going, I can't believe this, because I didn't know if people would like preaching through social media or giving testimonies like I do. But what I found out was that there are people that do like it, and a lot. There's the other part that hate your guts. They intimidate you. They talk bad about you, call you ugly names. But guess what? You can't be deterred by those that are negative about anything and everything you do, because they're know-it-alls. Don't worry about them. Don't tell anybody your secrets about what you're fixing to do, because they'll try to shoot you down. They say, "Oh, you can't do that. You don't know anything about that. You've never done that." What if you wanted to start your own business? Are you afraid? I remember when I went into appraisal business, it was so scary, and I was working for somebody else, and I knew if I launched out, it was no turning back. Well, I did launch out, and it was very successful. I was so totally amazed and much relieved. I didn't know that I would be accepted. We have more fear in our own heart, and we intimidate our own selves more than other people do. Probably is only a small percentage that would really intimidate you and shoot you down. I know they can cause you to be discouraged, like when they were building the wall and they wanted to intimidate them. But they said, "I can't come down off this wall to argue with you. I've got my sword in one hand, and I got my tool in the other hand, and I'm going to build this wall." Well, sometimes that's what you got to do. You just got to keep your sword in one hand and your gift in your other hand, and you're going to find yourself, you're going to go forward. Don't let anybody intimidate you. You might want to have this wonderful vacation you planned, but you was afraid to go because you thought maybe people think you're extravagant, or maybe it was a potentially dangerous place, and you just had fear. You're afraid to go start a business, afraid to go to college because you just thought you were an average student and you wouldn't really pass because it'd be so hard. Afraid to do anything to follow your dreams. Don't be intimidated. Do not let anyone shoot your dreams down. You don't want to get to the end of your age and just about to pass this earth and regret anything. Regret nothing. I have done everything that was in my heart to do. And when I get to the end of my days, God is going to say, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Even if some of the things I did weren't totally successful. What did I do? I tried. I went forward as far as I could go. Some were successful and some were not. Guess what? I didn't shirk back. I did them all. Did they cost me money? Some of them cost me a lot of money. Were they hard to get into? Some of them were real hard to get into. Some of them were real easy. And it's amazing. You don't know that if you're going to plant a seed today, whether it's in the spring or in the summer, whether they both come up alike and bear much fruit. The thing is, you got to plant the seed. The thing is, you got to go forward and do what you purposed in your heart. So here's my word to you then today. And remember this. When you start feeling like you're being intimidated and you can't go forward, what if I fail? Oh, but my dear, what if you fly? God bless you guys. I love y'all. Go fly. Bye.